Hey everyone, it's me, Dr. Elena Michaels, and it's time for another card reading and guided meditation. I got a lot of comments, private ones, about the last meditation that I did, which was about cutting the cords with people who are negative or draining or toxic relationships, toxic situations. So I got a lot of comments about that, and maybe, depending upon what the cards show, I might go a little deeper into that this time. But I thought I would have a little fun with you, and somebody gave me this. This is a fortune-telling fish. See that? So what you're supposed to do, and I told you before, I don't tell fortunes, right? I just look at the cards, and the cards allow you to tap into something that's deeper inside of you to give you the answers that you need. So why don't you, let's try this right now. The fortune-telling fish, okay? I'm sure it's gonna be exact, right? Because the fortune teller fish knows everything, fortune teller fish. Miracle fish, it's called, miracle fish. So on the back it says, place the fish in the palm of the hand and its movements will indicate certain things. And so these are going to be kind of what's going on with you right now, or something that you're dealing with. So I'm going to stick it in the palm of my hand, and it's, if the tail moves or the head moves or the moving head and tail or the curling sides, or if it turns over, or if it's motionless, or if it curls up entirely, it all means something. So I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it in my hand. Oh, look, the head and the tail are curling up. You see that? So if the head and the tail curl up, there they go. The head and the tail are curling up. Okay, the tail's really curling up. See that? I'm kind of hurting my hand, bending it this way so you can see. It looks like the head and the tail are both curling up to me. So let's see what that means. Here's the little miracle fish and the little oracle. So if the head and the tail, moving head and tail, moving head and tail means in love. Moving head and tail means that you're in love. Well, gee, I don't know about that. Just for the heck of it, let me do this. Let's see what it does. The head and tail are curling up again. Well, I guess maybe, yep, look at that. I'm in love. I'm in love with life. I'm in love. Boy, they're both really turning up a lot. I'm in love with life, I guess. Anyway, I just thought this was funny. I saw it on my mantle, and I thought, I'm going to do this in my meditation today. Oh, there's stuff written on here. That's super weird. What does that say? Place the fish in palm of the hand. The movements, oh, it's just what was on the back. Place the fish in the palm of the hand, and its movements will indicate certain things. All right, little fishy. So we're going to stick you back in your little house here. And thank you for telling our fortunes. So we all got in love. So let's be in love with life, okay? Let's be in love with life. And let's love ourselves. So many people don't love themselves. They really don't. They say abusive things to themselves, and they don't really treat themselves right. The other night I was somewhere, and I was with a friend of mine in a group situation. She had a lovely necklace on. And it came down around like this, and it had little things coming out, and I thought it was rhinestones. So I made a joke to her, and I said, oh, wow, wearing your diamond necklace tonight? And she goes, yeah. And I said, is it diamonds? She goes, yes, it is. And I went, oh my God. She says, yes, I gave it to myself as a birthday gift. She gave herself a $5,000 diamond necklace for her birthday. And she wears it all the time with jeans. I mean, it looks like it's really pretty. It's, you know, it's got all these diamonds, and then it's got these little spindles that come down with bigger diamonds at the end. And she wears it all the time. Just for fun. It's beautiful. She says, I like to do good things for myself. I like to treat myself well. And she says, once a year, I splurge and buy myself something really nice. Well, what I did for my birthday was I bought myself this. I got myself an Apple Watch. I really like it a lot, and I'm real happy with it. And I got a face for it that is like blingy. See the little blingy rhinestones and everything? I really like it. So that's what I did for my birthday for myself. But I think, I don't know that I'd spend $5,000 on a diamond necklace for myself, but everybody's different, and hers looks great. So good for her. But anyway, that goes back to the thing about treating yourself well. Now, part of treating yourself well is to make sure that you are surrounded by people that support you and love you and believe in you and want to have fun with you and think you're awesome. I mean, everybody has faults, you know, we're all human. We have things going on that aren't ultimate that we're trying to work on. But if you look around at your friends and you see that they don't support you and they don't encourage you and they don't believe in you, you're kind of in a cage. You're being caged by your friends. So it's really important who you spend time with and who you allow yourself to spend time with. So that goes back to the toxic relationships, the negative relationships, and the toxic situations. Some situations are toxic. And I talked before about how when you are around someone who has an attitude and is projecting on you or irritated with you and you're clean and you know you haven't done anything and they're just like being a jerk, basically. That actually happened to me today with somebody in a kind of a business situation, a group situation. The guy was just kind of being a jerk. It's like snotty, and I'm like, everybody's kind of looking around like, oh, you know, rolling their eyes and everything. Nobody said anything. And I just thought, hey, I'm just going to let that roll right off of me like, you know, water rolls off the back of a duck, because that wasn't about me. And later on, somebody said something to me like, wow, he really had an attitude, didn't he? And I said, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, maybe he was in a bad mood, whatever. But they said, yeah, he kind of gets a little short-tempered and aggravated with people. I went, oh, well, so I know it's not me. And I didn't think it was anyway. But, you know, I've always been nice to this person and acknowledged him and been friendly to him. And, you know, if he wants to be that way, that's, you know, his business. But that's not somebody I want to hang around with, that's for sure. And I hope you don't want to hang around with people that aren't nice either. I mean, life is too short to hang around with people that are negative and gossipy and criticizing other people and trying to get you to commiserate with them against other people and blah, 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 blah. You know, it's just a bunch of crap. I was telling a friend of mine today, the best thing to do is just pretend like you're watching a movie with everybody, especially if you're in group situations, especially if you're in group creative situations, you know, with artists or writers or actors or musicians. Yeah, you know, just act like you're watching a movie. Just pretend like you're watching a movie. Don't get too involved. Be kind. Be friendly. Make sure you're, you know, in line with your own stuff, coming from integrity and authenticity and honesty and respect, and just watch everything go down. You kind of get a kick out of it if you do it that way instead of taking everything personally. So I just kind of watched this guy kind of be a jerk and thought, oh, well, so be it. That's his trip, you know, especially since other people noticed it. So, okay, so here we are. Let's find out what's going on, all right? So I'm going to pull the cards, and if it comes up with a toxic situation and toxic people thing, we'll go into a deep meditation about that, and I'll tell you another little trick that I've done in hypnosis with people for years. You know, I'm a hypnotherapist also. I used to be on the faculty of the Hypnotherapy Training Institute, And I had a very long waiting list for people to see me. I had an office in Sherman Oaks, in one of those skyscrapers. So, but now I don't have an office at all. I just work at home. I do telehealth. Let my office go last February because I wasn't using it after COVID. I was there 6 times in 3 years. So I was like, what am I spending all this money to store this furniture for? So I'll let it go. Okay. All right. I think I've shuffled enough. Cut one more time. All right. We are divinely protected. Let's have these decks give us information about everyone who's watching or listening whenever they're watching or listening. And let it be insightful and let it go deep into their subconscious, unconscious mind so they can really get some answers and really get clarity on certain things. So I think it's a good idea to think about a situation you want clarity on. I'm going to think of one right now for myself. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, here we are carrying a big burden, aren't we? Just carrying a bunch of crap around, carrying a big burden, something heavy is going on, and we're trying to figure out what to do with it. We're bent over kind of dealing with it. It's like kind of intense. We'll talk more about that. This is a 10 of Wands, by the way. And I'm going to choose 2 more from the back right after that one. Okay, looking over to see, you know, what's out there. And this is a 2 of Wands, couple of wand guys here. And these are all shuffled. So if 2 wands come together, there's a reason for that. And, okay, major arcana, strength. All right, that's that. I'm going to put this aside. And I am going to do it like I've done it the last couple times, which is I pull all the cards and then I get into the story. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do this time. All right, next deck. Here we go. Let's see what's going to pop up here. By the way, you might not hear Luna this time. Luna, you want to contribute here, honey? Luna? You want to engage, be involved in the meditation? Luna was in the hospital last week. Yeah, she's doing much better. She's 18, which is like a woman in her late 80s. And she was limping. So she had been having, I've been seeing blood being tracked, like from her foot pads. And then she started limping. I'm like, okay, that was Thursday night. I was supposed to go out and see some friends, play music. And I was eating dinner before I went. And I saw her limping. I went, okay, that's it. We're going to the hospital. So off we went to a vet that's open till 11 o'clock, and they were wonderful. And they did a little surgery on her feet. And she came home with a humiliating cone, that thing that they put her on here. She looked at me like, oh man, please. Yeah, she was pretty depressed about that. And she was in pain. So actually, I just realized I forgot to give her pain meds just a little while ago. I'll do it after the meditation. Today's the last day of her pain meds. They gave her a shot, a 7-day antibiotic shot. She's doing a lot better today, but she's pretty lethargic still. You know, she just kind of hangs around on that chair. She hasn't gone upstairs once, and she's not very talkative. But maybe it's just because she's healing, I hope. All right, more information. We had 2 wand cards and a strength card from the major arcana. Let's have a little more clarification here. Oh, one of my favorite guys. Yeah, prioritize. Look at him. He's just like, I think I've told you before, I had a boyfriend that looked just like that. Literally, he did. Only his hair was longer down to his waist. He was beautiful. That was a long time ago. His name was Mercury, actually. This is Archangel Metatron. So I'm just going to put this aside here and line these cards up. And that's from this deck. So that's that. We're going to get all the decks out here and we're going to talk about a story and see what is going on. This is the Indigo deck, and I'm going in here now. There you are. You are being talkative, aren't you? Luna, She was laying on her little leopard throw by the fireplace. She likes the fireplace. You can probably hear it in the background. Okay. More shaking. Hi, honey. Yeah, how you feeling? Better? Yeah? You feeling better, Lone? Yeah, I know. I know. Your feet probably still hurt. She's doing good. Okay. She's probably saying, Mom, where's my pain pill? Okay. I'll give it to you after the meditation. Do you talk to your animals like they're people? Am I the only person that does that? I bet you do it too. Stay. Okay. All right. Well, if you've been asking about something and you don't know what to do or what direction to go in, the answer is stay where you are and let it all be shown to you. Next, we're going to go into this deck and see what's going on here. I'm very casual when I do this. I'm sure you've noticed this is not rehearsed. I don't do any editing, no editing. I just film it and it is what it is. And shuffle a little here, get a little more info. And my energy is different each time I do it. Sometimes I'm more casual, sometimes I'm more serene. I feel pretty loose tonight. Pretty non-formal, let's just say. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Heart chakra. Okay. Let's move this out of the way. Heart chakra. And we got one more deck. And that's the deck of going into the sacred forest. We're going into the sacred forest as we go deep. And let me line these up here so I have my roadmap out. We're going to go into the sacred forest and see who we're going to meet in there. Let's see who we're going to meet in the sacred forest. The sacred forest is filled with creatures and beings that have wisdom for us. And let's see who we're going to meet in the sacred forest. Because we're going to meet someone, some kind of being. Look how pretty these are. Aren't these pretty? These were a gift from my dear friend, Virginia, around the holidays. She got this deck and she really liked it. So she gave it to me as a gift. Oh, okay, I'll shuffle once more. I heard shuffle once more. All right. Who are we gonna meet? Exciting. Ooh, haven't met this one before. This is the air spirit. Well, that's interesting because wands, we got two wands at the beginning and that's air. Air spirit, and it says knowledge. Okay, well, I guess there's something we have to find out before we can make a decision about something. That's what that means, but we're going to get into it right now. Okay. The first card. Wands. This is someone who's got a lot on their mind. This is someone who's carrying a lot of energy about something. A decision, a lot of responsibility, just carrying a lot of energy. And it's kind of like weighing them down, okay? And this is a 10. 10 is 1 and 0. You add them together, you get 1. This guy needs to remember he's a magician. 1 is the card of the magician. And he needs to remember that he can create what he wants. He doesn't have to be burdened by the pressure that he's under right now. This is applying to you who are watching this and listening to this. This is not a reading for me, it's a reading for you. 2 of Wands is the next card. 2 of Wands, okay. Now, this guy is looking at what he's already accomplished. These are the flowers of the magician right here. So remember, 10, 1, and 0 is 1, which means the magician. And here is this guy who's kind of got his trip together. He's a very creative guy. This could be a man or a woman looking at the world he's already created, but there's more to do here. And he is balancing this wand on this concrete block, which is the sign of the magician. These are roses. And in the magician card, and lilies, see them? You see right there, lilies. In the magician card, the magician is surrounded by roses and lilies. They're in an arbor. So the roses and the lilies are a reminder that create your reality, create what you want. Okay. Both of these cards are wands. Wands are creative. The third card is strength. Whatever's going on right now, you have a lot of strength available to you. You have to remember how strong you are. This is an 8, okay? It's a major arcana card, and you have to, excuse me, you have to remember how to control your animal, you know? So when somebody says something to you, don't snap back. Think for a second. Control your primitive brain, basically, is what that is. Now, if you look, she is also wearing roses. Roses, the sign of the magician. So, and she's wearing white. So, man or woman, or however you present, the fact of the matter is, you have the pure essence and the ability to be strong and to overpower your animal nature and to come from a very high frequency position in any interaction that you have. And remember, you have a lot of strength, more than you even know. It's time to stay. Don't jump, don't do any big changes. Gather information. That's what this is about. Gathering information. Then you'll know what to do. Then you'll know 100%. You probably notice I'm not wearing, my nails are short. I've decided to let my nails just be my nails, you know? I like what it feels like to be able to feel my finger pads, you know? So you've probably seen me many times with long nails, but I'm just gonna do this for a while. I like what this feels like. It's just, you know, I like feeling my finger pads, feeling my face, you know? Okay, feeling the keys on the keyboard, for example. And also massaging my cat. She hasn't been feeling well, and I like feeling, you know, with my finger pads as I massage her. Okay, stay. So stay where you are. The answers will come, and if they're not there, stay longer. Next, tune into your heart chakra. The answers are going to be there. I'm going to read to you about this in just a moment. And then the last card is this gorgeous card where she's floating on this etheric water somewhere. And it's the air spirit. And the keyword is knowledge. And guess what? It's number 1. 1. 1 is the number of the magician. 1 is the number of the 10 of wands, which we saw first. Add the 1 and the 0, the 10, the 1 and the 0 of 10, and you get 1. And that was the first card, and this is the last card. It ends with a 1. Perfect bookends. All right, let's talk about what these cards mean. First of all, prioritize was the first picture card that came up, and I'm going to read to you about that. Okay? This is Archangel Metatron. I must be in the wrong deck. I am in the wrong deck. It's this one, Metatron. Maybe not. It's not that one either. What the heck deck is that? This, oh, it's that deck. Okay. You know, it's not that one. Is it this one? No, it must be. Am I missing something here? That's weird. That's that deck. Metatron. Oh, I'm looking under M. No wonder. The card is prioritized. It's a P, not an M. I was thinking of. I was thinking of Metatron. I'm looking up under M. P. Prioritize. Well, it's not that deck. I'm sorry. I know you're on the edge of your seat trying to figure out what this. Okay, here we go. Prioritize. Prioritize. What's your calling? What makes your heart sing? When you focus on these areas, your joyful energy increases, which benefits everyone. Take charge of your schedule and spend more time on projects and activities close to your heart. Make choices that honor your priorities and support your life's mission. Don't while you let your life away on TikTok and Instagram. You can spend hours doing that and accomplish absolutely nothing. Working with Metatron. Metatron is one of two archangels who once walked upon Earth as human men. This came up very recently. It might have also come up in a private reading, I'm not sure. It might have come up in our reading. If it did come up in our reading, it came up in a private reading. But I remember doing this card recently. So Metatron was the prophet and scribe Enoch who ascended after his exemplary earth life. He continues working as a scribe and record keeper in heaven. He helps people develop organizational and record-keeping skills as well. When you call upon Metatron, he motivates you to organize your priorities. Metatron, I have to get my taxes done. Can you please help me? Can you help me organize my paperwork and discipline myself so I can get my taxes done? I mean, it's already early March, Metatron. I really got to get my taxes done. I don't want to do an extension again, which I did last year because I couldn't get it together. All right, the next card is this stay card. Remember that one? If you don't know what you're doing, stay in place until you do. This card guides you to not run away from a troubling situation. Okay. Whatever it is that's going on or challenging you right now, remember the guy holding all those rods? Rods and wands are the same thing. Whatever it is that's going on or challenging you right now is something you need to experience and learn from in this lifetime. There's an aspect of this situation, however unpleasant, that's not yet complete. So the angels ask you not to make any extreme moves right now. While this may seem like the exact opposite of what you hoped you'd hear, please know that the indigo tools and lessons you acquire by persevering will serve as priceless assets to you later in life. Someday, you'll see this situation as clearly as the angels do now, and you'll know that when the time to make a change comes, the signs will be undeniable. Like I said, do nothing if you don't know what to do. I'm starting to release. And if you haven't been here before, that means my eyes water, my nose runs, I cough, I yawn, I clear my throat, things like that. And the reason that happens is because I'm getting ready to pull down some energy and information for you. Okay, heart chakra is next. This beautiful card. I really vibrate to this color blue, the color I'm wearing right now. It's hard for me to wear other colors, actually. I like wearing blue and green. Blue and green and white and black. and coral. I like that too. Heart chakra, but I'm really big on blue because I have blue eyes. So when I was little, my mom dressed me in little blue dresses. I was a blonde kid, kind of a strawberry blonde kid with blue eyes. Heart chakra, and all of my siblings were dark hair and dark eyes. And my parents had dark hair and dark eyes. So that fueled the idea that I might be, shall we say, from somewhere else. Which maybe I am, I don't know. You know, Electra, that's the name of a star. My name is Elena Electra, and Electra is the name of the star in the Pleiades, one of the 7 sisters. So maybe I'm from somewhere else. Anyway, we're going to read about the heart chakra right now. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being, attuned most to love. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart. Hey, remember the fish, the fish fortune? It said that you're in love. Functioning from a place of love is what that means. So it's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. The angels gave you this card because the answer to your question rests within your heart. The more that you open your heart, the more love, joy, and peace you'll find. You can open your heart chakra by visualizing the angels to send their healing energy, by visualizing your heart surrounded by pink light, by inhaling the fragrance of pink roses, by holding or wearing rose quartz crystal, and by focusing on love. I'm really starting to go into a trance right now. Come out, Elena, for right now. Okay, some additional meanings for this card are send light and love to your heart chakra. By the way, you can give energy with this hand. You can receive energy with this hand. So there's something that I used to do years ago, I still do, called the star exercise, where this hand is up and this hand is down, okay? So you are receiving with this hand and giving with this hand, okay? So receiving the energy and giving with this hand. So giving, I'm giving, shooting powerful energy to you right now. See, that's giving energy from channeling it. Okay, you might have felt that actually. All right, so heart chakra. By visualizing your heart surrounded by pink light, by inhaling the fragrance of pink roses, by holding or wearing a rose quartz crystal, and by focusing on love. Send light and love to your heart chakra. Do that right now. Use your right hand and just imagine that you're sending love to your heart chakra. Take very good care of your cardiovascular health through exercise and healthy eating. What are you waiting for? Gotta do it now. A departed loved one who passed on from a heart condition is saying, hello, I love you. Hi, David. Right, Luna, you see Dad around? Yep. Yeah, he died of a heart attack. And he's saying, hello, I love you. Well, I love you too, and I'll always love you, David, always. I knew him for 50 years. Have a heart-to-heart discussion. So maybe there's somebody you need to have a heart-to-heart discussion with. Is there? Sometimes, you know, it's not even worth having a discussion. Sometimes if someone isn't coming from a loving place and you don't really care about continuing a deep relationship with them, it's useless to even have a conversation. It's just going to frustrate you. Just be kind and move on, you know? Not every situation needs a deep conversation. All right, sacred forest, air spirit, knowledge, number 1. Numero uno. Numero uno. Wow, I'm really going fast. I need to get into a trance pretty quick. Okay. Before I go into one right in front of you, I have to pull myself out. Okay, here we go. Air spirit. Knowledge. As you stand in the center of the forest, a subtle breeze lovingly touches your cheeks. Gentle gusts rustle the leaves above you as the spirit of air approaches upon her boat of light and wind. In the quietude, you sense the wind whispering messages to you from spirit. You receive this card when you need to think things through. Remember, stay. Don't do anything radical. Think it through. This is not a time to be impulsive. Do not react instinctively to situations and people. Remember I told you, think before you speak. Tame your primitive animal energy. Take into consideration all points of view. Do your research. Listen to others and speak your truth. Take the time to weigh the pros and cons of a situation. I thought I heard Luna going up the stairs. She hasn't been up the stairs in the last 4 days because of her little surgery. It's an excellent time to begin a new venture or project, however. It will succeed as long as you are thoughtful, organized, and focused. There is a remarkable wellspring of wisdom within you. You live to be a certain amount of years, there's wisdom in you. Take a breath, slow and deep, and delve into that inner knowledge. It will guide you in the right direction. I have been asking for that myself personally. Air represents wisdom, our mental activity, and our ability to reason. It's also associated with thoughts, intellect, communication, and comprehension. Through our breath, we can speak and express ourselves. Our lives begin with our first breath, so air is connected with our beginnings. The spirit of air oversees friendship, clarity, and a gentle focus on life. A positive focus on life. This card asks you to inhale. Take a moment to think things through. Think as well as feel in the right direction. Get clarity and become focused before Oh, man. Our lives begin with our first breath, so air is connected with new beginnings. The spirit of air crosses overseas and oversees friendship, clarity, and positive focuses in life. The spirit of air says, inhale. Take a moment to think things through. Think as well as feel. Think as well as feel the right direction. Get clarity and become focused before stepping forth. Take care to have thoughtful communication with others that may be able to provide morsels of wisdom that help you know what direction to go in. We're going to go into the guided meditation right now because I'm already slipping away into it. So, I don't think we're going to do the get rid of toxic people in this meditation. This meditation is different. these cards show me that I need to go someplace else with you. And that's what I'm going to do. You may be able to hear my fireplace. It's so pretty. Looking at a fire can put you in an altered state. Did you know that? Take a breath through your nose, a deep breath. Go all the way down. Let your breathing be nice and rhythmical, nice and natural. As you listen to the sounds around you. 'I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. Each count will allow you to go even deeper than the count before. Back straight. Shoulders actually. Just with very gentle movement, try and touch your shoulder blades together with your shoulders. Five down to 4. 4 down to 3. 3 down to 2. 2 down to 1. 'Going even deeper now from 1 down to 0. And going even deeper still through the portal of 0, imagining it as a gateway that you see on the inside of your forehead, and let yourself go through that gateway into a different dimension. That's it. Good. You've been feeling pressure as if you've been carrying something. You may not even realize how much pressure it's been on you. Maybe you've been a little more tired lately. Imagine that you could just put that thing down, whatever it is. Put it down so that rather than carrying it all and looking around where to go, you just let it go and you allow yourself to be led by your intuition and your guidance. That takes practice. You've accomplished a lot. You've got a lot of things going on in your world that are wonderful. It's really important to be thankful for them. As you go deeper and deeper, remember that you have the power to create what you want in your world. See it in your mind. Write about it. Write about it in first, second, and third person. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Say what you want in the mirror. Do your first, second, and third person dialogue in the mirror to yourself. This discipline is going to help you to monitor your animal nature when you're provoked, upset, or feel like you haven't been treated fairly. If you don't know what direction to go in, the best direction is none. Stay in place until there is no denying that the answers will come to you. Tune into your heart chakra. That's where your answers lie. That's where they are. Open up that door and ask for those answers to come to you. Tell them about your situation. They should offer you an opportunity to completely release. Take advantage of it. In this sacred forest, we see the air spirit. She floats in a boat in the air. Her main quality she wants to tell you about is your quality that she wants you to remember that you have and to not become overwhelmed or worried. It's knowledge. She wants you to know that you have knowledge, but it's important to learn from the experiences that you're going through right now. They will fine-tune your knowledge, make you sharper and better than ever. Let's talk about cutting the cords. If you're still with me and you haven't drifted off, into Yoga Nidra, which I kind of have myself. Yoga Nidra is that place between sleeping and waking. It's a very powerful place to actually create. And that's where I am right now. And you may be there too. So think of the person or a situation that has been draining you. We're not going to eliminate people or situations. We're merely going to disconnect the connection. Imagine that person standing in front of you right now. Look at the golden cord and the filaments connecting you to that person. Where are they connected? Is it your solar plexus? Is it your throat chakra? Is it your heart chakra? Is it up here, your upper chakras? Look and see where the cords are connected. It might be in a few places. Your up here may be connected to their solar plexus. Your solar plexus may be connected to their heart. Just look and see where everything is connected. These are gold silvery filaments. They look like silver reflective threads. They actually, if you run your hand through them, they're energy, so your hand goes right through them. See those connections right now. And now, with your dominant hand, I want you to reach up with your dominant hand, and a beautiful golden scissors is being placed into your hand. And with this golden scissors, I want you to snip those cords. Just cut them right in half. Just cut, 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 cut. And then watch the cords roll back into you and roll back into the other person. Basically, what you have done is give yourself back your own power and allow them to have theirs. And now I want you to see that person with the cords back into them, and they are vibrating stronger in a more healthy way. And now I want you to imagine them moving further and further away from you, getting smaller and smaller like the reversed end of a binoculars, until they're a speck of light, and then they disappear. And your cords, look at where they're back into you. You have been literally giving your power away to another person, situation, or environment. Shocking, right? It's not an issue of more medication. It's not an issue of anything like that. It's an issue of, this is something you have to do. You have to cut the cords. See them coming back into you, almost like snapping back like a big elastic band. And feel the strength and the power that you've just given back to yourself, that you were focused on this other person. You were giving it to them. You were giving them juice. Feel it come back to you. All that energy that was like outwards, like, where are they? What are they doing? What's going on? What's happening? You know, all that blah, blah, blah. Now you are getting more and more in control of yourself. This does not mean that you can't see this other person. This does not mean you cannot be in the situation if it was a situation. It simply means you can, but you're not going to be giving your power away. You will not be giving your power away. Your power is contained. Be very careful that you don't give it away again. If you get in the habit of giving it away, it's really hard to get it back. And you're feeling deeper, feeling stronger, more powerful, and more charged up than ever. More belief in yourself than ever. And more trust that you know you're going to make the right decision and move in the right direction, because all the cards have showed us that. Allow yourself to just integrate in all this information and integrate in what you just did. Even if you were dozing, even if you felt like you were asleep, your subconscious mind can do it. Thank you for joining me in this dimension. Thank you for taking this time for yourself. I honor you for doing this for yourself. Until we meet again in this dimension or others, I wish you many, many blessings. And namaste.